you are from the Southeast. And there are those who argue that, debatably, whether the Southeast has been treated fairly or not since the end of the Civil War. What's your take on all of these arguments?
Well, you know, I'm one person who don't like to talk about the past. I've had people who say, oh, it's from the Southeast, it's from this. First, let me tell you, these are the things we must stop. Issue of tribe, issue of religion, because no tribe buys bread cheaper. No tribe buys, no religion buys bread cheaper. Everybody is suffering. We're all going through the same thing. And I said, people who bring in tribe are people who are not qualified. So when you ask them about their qualification, their competence, they introduce tribe as a means of getting to where they should not be. When you ask them about their qualification or competence, they bring in religion. I don't want to be voted because I'm from the Southeast. I want people to vote for me because I'm competent. I want them to vote for me because I have the capacity and the compassion and commitment and the character to serve the nation. That's what I want to be voted for. However, it's also important that we unite the country where this should not be an issue. I've had people say things that happened in the 60s and everything. A nation that does not forgive, a nation that does not look to the future will not progress. Yesterday is gone. So we should focus on tomorrow because we can't change it. And for me, I've said it, I want to change Nigeria. And I'll start by uniting the country, ensuring that we love each other, we care for each other. That's why I said, what I'm going to do in the North will amaze everybody. And I'm doing it because we need the unity. I'm doing it because we need to be secured. I'm doing it because our economy is going to turn around by being productive from there.
While I agree with you on championing the cause of destabilization and reducing emphasis on religion, the Southeast faces a precarious situation, challenges of leadership, challenges of insecurity. Speak to the leaders now in the Southeast, how they can make their youth invest their energy and resources in
it's something, it's leadership. If you have one leadership that means well in Nigeria, people say, how can one person change it? Oh, it's not bad. But they read and say, in Singapore, Lim Kuan Yew did it. In India, this person did it. One leader that means well can go a long way in turning around this ship that is sinking. Just one leader. It requires a leader, let me repeat, a leader that is competent, a leader that has the capacity, compassion, commitment, and most important, the character. It's not a leader that goes and thinks, oh, when I get into office, I will change from fighting corruption, from reducing. When you talked about cost of governance, I tell you, I'll reduce it drastically. I've done it at subnational level. And I'll do it at national level, and people will see it. And I'll be transparent. People will see, if we're going to borrow money, I will first talk to Nigerians. I'll be communicating. As governor, I was speaking to people of Anambra State every quarter. I'm in radio and TV answering questions. As president, I'll do the same thing. I'll tell Nigerians where we want to borrow money, what we are going to borrow it for. So they know, because the money I'm borrowing will impact on them. It will impact on the future of their children and the society they're living in. So I must explain to them why we must borrow that money. And our cut cost, people will see it. You will feel it. Everybody. And it's something I've done before. Easily.
But there are those who argue that Anambra is a small state to compare to the Nigerian
No.
project.
If you know Anambra when I came there, whoever can serve, last year ago told me that Anambra is difficult. If you can actually govern Anambra effectively, damn I can. You can do the work in Nigeria. And people keep saying Anambra is small. One of the best American presidents ever is Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton governed one of the smallest states in America, Arkansas. People saw what he was doing in Arkansas and brought him to the national stage, and he proved it. They said, how do they do it? Penny what?
Poundflation.
So it's very simple. If I can manage 1 naira, I can manage 2 naira. This has to do with character. What people are telling you is that somebody telling you, oh, you can't fight corruption. Can't fight corruption. It's not true. If you are not stealing, your wife is not, your children are not, reduce it by 50%. And I said, is it not me that will approve what they will steal? You have to put your own before you, another person will add his own. I will be in charge. And I'll tell people that you can stop it. And if you do, to put you in jail. We must fight it head on. These are part of the problems we have that is destroying the entire system. But people say, oh, it's very difficult. The monster, corruption will fight back. It's not true. Fighting back is that you got involved. If you don't get involved, nobody will fight back. I was in Anambra for 8 years. Corruption didn't fight back because I was not taking. They didn't see me sharing land and taking my own before, because I have to take my own before another person will take his own.
Since 2015, there are those who said that the Southeast has gotten it wrong when it comes to the Nigerian project.
How?
If at all, there are those who argue that either we put all our eggs in one basket. There are those who feel we don't play the politics of Nigeria well. For you, do you think in any way we've not really gotten our acts well?
Can you tell me which section of Nigeria have put their acts together or have put all their sources of eggs in one basket? Can you tell me what?
Maybe looking from the context of those who have always been in and out of government
No,
as against the Southeast.
Just tell me which one has.
They're not.
How?
They've always been in power.
No. They've been in different parties. We're in democratic time. There's nothing wrong in being in different parties. In fact, that if anything, we've acted very well. Don't let people who manipulate you when it suits them. Just tell me where you have one tribe or zone where you just go there, everybody is in one side. They put all their acts together. That is nonsensical. We're doing the right thing. And let nobody think because our politics is transactional that when you're not in government, you're actually a loser. And what they tell you is that because they are sharing what are you sharing? We're talking about creating a level playing field where people's talent can match up the opportunity. If you create it here, nobody cares who is president. We only care here because it is a transnational government where wealth sharing is what is going on. I'm going into government to create wealth. That's what I've done all my life. When I was a businessman, I took a business from micro to small to medium and was almost becoming a large corporation. Went into corporate world from small, rose up. When I got into government, I started doing the same thing. I started doing future savings, which is what is saving Norway today. No subnational government in the entire Africa. I'm not talking about Nigeria now. Started what I started. Subnational Sovereign Fund. We started saving in dollars. So by the time I left government, I had $150 million, have investment in corporations and everything that are there. No other place they happen. While investing in critical areas of development. Because often the time people say, oh, what is that? The number one thing you need to invest if you want your country to develop is education. And I took education to its highest level. Today, nowhere in the entire Africa, I'm not talking about Nigeria now, have a subnational state bought the number of computers above for Anambra State, 30,000. HP African director had to come to Oka to say to me, you're in that direction. Provided all our secondary schools with internet facilities, but buses, you can go there, the buses that nobody has done, buses, everything, make the school to work. Make sure they have facilities, water, system, toilets, everything working. Went and invested into health. Moving in the right direction.